Welcome in, everyone, to Friday Night in the Boot on the LHSAA Network. Week 6 of the LHSAA football season kicking off an all-you-can-eat football weekend in Louisiana. We've got Friday Night Lights. We've got Ole Miss and LSU Saturday night in Death Valley. And then, of course, Saints-Bucks Sunday in the Superdome. Alongside Spencer Verrett, I'm Garrett Walvard. Spencer, unbelievable scores from across the state this week. I think Evangel and Captain Shreve, 24 hours later, are still scoring touchdowns. We've just seen an amazing show so far this week.
When district play kicks off, you never know what you're going to get. We had some low-scoring slugfest. We had some high-scoring basketball scores, basically. But that's district play for you. These two, every team that plays each other at this rate, they know each other so well. They play them every year. But, I mean, it's district play for a reason, right?
Well, this is a Welcome in to Friday Night in the Boot on the LHSAA Network. Week 6 has helped kick off an all-you-can-eat football weekend in Louisiana. We've got Friday Night Lights. We've got LSU and Ole Miss Saturday night in Death Valley. And then, of course, the Saints and Bucks in the Superdome on Sunday. Alongside my boy Spencer Verrett, I'm Garrett Walvard. Thanks for joining us on tonight's broadcast. Spencer, unbelievable showings across the state. Thursday night, you saw Evangel and Captain Shreve putting like 150 points on the board. They're still scoring touchdowns out there. Just a great start to the weekend.
It is, and it's what happens when district play really gets into the thick of things. You start kicking things off. You got some low-scoring slugfest. You got some high-scoring ones, like we'll see later in the show as well. But that's what you get whenever you start district play. These teams know each other so well. Sometimes it's hard to stop what you're doing on offense. It's hard to stop what you're doing on defense as well. So I'm not surprised a little bit, but also some of these scores very surprising as well.
Well, if you're a defensive purist, you may want to look away at our first game of the night. It's the Yearview Game Time Game of the Week between St. Martin's and Riverside. Riverside number 4, Kenrick Johnson with the Wildcat keeper. He'll take it in from 8 yards out to give them a 7-0 lead. Harlem Berry, one of the best running backs in the state, 63 yards. He puts the pedal to the metal and gets St. Martin's on the board. That will tie the game early on. Quarterback Brock Bourgeois of Riverside, he'll connect with Dedrick Lasky on a 19-yard touchdown pass. That moves them back in front 14-7. Lasky adds to the lead. 12-yard touchdown scamper. He's tough to stop. That makes it 21-7. We're still in the second quarter. Lasky with a nice move, gets past the defense. Already his third touchdown of the game. It's now 28-7 Riverside. Harlem Berry gets involved. He'll answer for the Saints. Another long touchdown run using this incredible speed. 28-14. They're not going to get him.
Turned on the afterburners there.
Lasty's not done either for the half. He takes the ball in his own 35, kind of weaves his way through the middle of the field past the St. Martin's defense.
Look at the speed from him.
Nice job adjusting there and turning the quarter. Riverside trying to answer. They'll add one more in the first half. Yet another Lasty long touchdown run. Can you believe 5 touchdowns before the half for him? 41-20 is your score, and he's still got plenty left in the tank. Harlem Berry, of course, says anything you can do, I can do better. Notches another 60-yard run.
Oh my gosh, he's sitting down defenders as he runs, turns on the afterburners as soon as he's in the clear. This kid is special, man.
Unbelievable showing by Berry. Now 42-27 Riverside. Rebels will close out the half with a passing touchdown from Bourgeois to Nehemiah Phillip. At the break, it's 48-27. Lasty around the left side untouched. Another rushing touchdown. He's not done, folks. He's got 6 here in the game, currently 55-27. Barry will answer with his 5th rushing touchdown of the night, looking like one that's going to go down to whoever has the ball last is going to come away with the win. That's 3 for 60-plus yards, by the way. Lasty making everyone miss here. Directing, he directs the blockers down the field. 7th touchdown, 62-34 at this point. The highlights keep coming.
All right, made another guy sit down.
We're sounding like a broken record now. Lasty takes the handoff. This is going to make it 8 touchdowns, 68-34 Riverside. And if you bought a ticket tonight, you certainly got your money's worth. After St. Martin's adds a field goal, Lasty closes out the game with another score up the middle, just 7 yards this time. 9th touchdown of the game, a Riverside record.
76-37 the final score. That's 111 points if you're doing math at home. I'd like someone at home to try to do a little bit of math. See how many points we get through all our games this week.
That one's 113.
Is it 113? Oh, man. That's why I failed math class at school. But
I doubt that.
I mean, a really impressive win, though, for Riverside. You lose last week to Vermilion Catholic. You bounce back with a big win at home against St. Martin's. Last year, it was the same thing. It was the Lasty show last year, and that's when they kind of put themselves on the map. And they're going to be a team to watch down there in Division IV Select.
All right, who's on deck?
We'll head out to Washington Parish now. Franklinton taking on Lakeshore, another district matchup as well. Looking to play like champions tonight, the Demons are. Lakeshore is undefeated, and they'll start with the ball. Bo Bernard drops back to pass. He fools me once with a pass, but don't worry, he'll throw it downfield, kind of last-minute heave, and guess who's there? That is Skylar Williams to give the Demons great field possession on the INT. Watch this. Jacob Crane drops back to pass, looks for his running back. Cy Austin jumps up, dodges 2 defenders, gets out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a catch. A couple plays later, it's going to be Austin. Give it to him again. Punch it into the end zone. 6-0 early lead for Franklinton. Austin had an incredible game. You'll see some more highlights here as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Got the Demon student section showing their true colors. Let's join the Titans on offense now. It's going to be the wing T offense, and it's Kato Pichon. He takes the sweep, speeds past the Demons defenders, and finds the end zone. Extra point was good at 7-6. Back on offense for the Titans, Bernard is going to fake the handoff, fool everyone, and find Dylan Kusaks. Downfield for the first down. Few plays later, give it to Kusaks. Finish the drive, man. Punches it into the end zone, loses the ball, but they rule he was across the line. It's 14-6, Lakeshore looking good, but the Demons, they're not done yet. They're going to take the handoff. It's Austin again. Why not just give it to him again? He's going to make someone sit down. See you later. I'm going towards the end zone. Gets taken down on an ankle tackle. Top play that will never count. Austin's going to get the handoff. He's going to jump over someone into the end zone. You can't hurdle someone, though, so flag was called. They'd have to punt it away on their own 50, but Austin will get back in the end zone again later on, and this game would be tied at 14 at the half. Final score from this one, Franklinton takes down Lakeshore 35-28. Lakeshore no longer undefeated. First win for Franklinton over Lakeshore since 2016.
Spencer, I don't think the Oakland Raiders have ever been good in your lifetime, but I love those jerseys. They're just quintessential football. Lakeshore Titans look sharp, but they lose tonight by a score. How about one of the best games in the state? We've got to go back up north for it. Parkway and Airline, 2 undefeated teams. This one at M.D. Ray Field. Again, the battle of unbeatens. Coy Brotherton and Parkway taking on Justin Scoggin and Airline. We heard from him on the Spotlight earlier this week. Panthers will strike first. They get a short field goal, capitalized. C.J. Dudley, he's in from a yard out. Dudley with the score to get him on the board early. They'd get the 2-point conversion and led 8-0. Airline has an answer. Ben Taylor to Kenny Darby. He'll find the end zone. Now an 8-7 ball game. Boy, that place is packed. Parkway ran the ball really well in the first quarter. This is Dudley again. He'll go right up the middle. Finally dragged down deep in Viking territory. He'd score a few plays later. Take the Panthers out to a 16-7 lead. Here are the Vikings. Taylor again to Darby. Slides across the field turf into the end zone, now 16-14. Who's going to come away with the win in this game? A defensive stop, and then it's Taylor to D.J. Allen. He's got a full complement of receivers. He'll get to the corner, and he'll score. Airline led 24-16 at the half.
You mentioned something rare there, a little bit of defense in there. Very rare this week.
Again, Airline at Parkway. And here's a nice run up the middle. Parkway's going to take this one away.
He's gone. Tackle down around the...
Right around the 10-yard line. Final score, Airline remains undefeated, 45-22. Parkway takes their first loss of the year. Airline is on the road at Houghton next week, and Parkway will host Huntington. Thank you to KTAL for the footage.
Parkway's got a good defense, you know. We'll head now to some teams who might not know things about good defense. Denny Duron making his return to Lee Hedges. He was the quarterback for the first win in Captain Shreve football history on the opposite sideline. He coaches now for Evangel, looking for a bounce-back win against Shreve. This game was last night. Eagles say, no way, Gators. Peyton Houston drops back to pass, gets a little creative, stiff arms a defender, airs this one out. Evangel almost loses it, but Johnny Casey is there to seal the deal, saving the play. The score now was 35-22. Third quarter now, Evangel still in front. Brody Savage finds DJ Walden. He's taken this one to the house. Captain Shreve would tie things up with that touchdown at 56. Savage finds a wide-open Jamarcia Platter. Gets past that defender, and he is smooth sailing into the end zone. Shreve takes a 70-62 lead. What a scoreline that is to say. But the Eagles weren't done yet. Pop to Johnny Casey in the end zone. Guess what, folks? It might be 70-70. We're going to overtime. In overtime, Evangel finds Nate Green for the end zone, but no good on the two-point conversion. Shreve can win it with a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Savage on the move. He finds Hall. Touchdown, Gators tied at 76. All Shreve needs to do is this PAT to win the game, and it is good. Captain Shreve comes from behind to take down the Eagles 77-76. What a scoreline. We teased that one earlier in the show. They still might be scoring touchdowns tonight, but what a win for Captain Shreve. And Evangel falls to 1-5 on the season, but all 5 of those losses, I feel like they were really close in every single one, and it's just District 1-5A in a nutshell, right?
Yep.
Score lines like that.
Everybody knows Peyton Houston. What an incredible score line. 53 of 68 for 817 yards and 8 touchdowns passing. That might be a national record. Jarrett Roser tweeted that out. Just an unbelievable showing. Unfortunately, having to take the L there. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns, so 10 scores for him. We're just getting started here on Friday night in the boot. When we come back, we'll take a look at our LHSAA Network Game of the Week and plenty more. For Spencer, I'm Garrett. We'll be back on the other side of this break. Hang out with us.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Join us this coming Thursday for the LHSAA Network Game of the Week as the Westlake Rams invade Iota and take on the Bulldogs. 7 p.m. kickoff on the network. Derry Beckwith and myself on the call. We hope you'll join us. Let's go ahead and get right back into the highlights. Last week's Game of the Week. Make it Thursday night in Natchitoches. The Natchitoches Central taking on Opelousas. This was a pretty good game from the start. Opelousas on the move. Number 22, Deshaun Ford, will power down the field. That will be a recurring theme during the night. More Ford. He gets the Tigers deep into the red zone, but the quarter is going to run out. Great size for him, just a shade under 6 foot, 220 pounds. Start of the second quarter, Ford puts them up on the board. 6-0 short touchdown run. The PAT would be no good. Natchitoches Central, under Coach Brad Laird in his first season, would answer. Number 4, Darian Anthony comes up with a catch on the deflected pass. How did this end up in his hands? Owen Smith threw it, and on 4th and 19, they keep the drive alive. The Chiefs would punch this one in on the next play. KJ Newton takes the end around, goes 12 yards for the touchdown, and makes it 6-all. Another missed PAT. Opelousas, number 4, Zach Malvo at quarterback finds Corey Fontenot. Pretty pass, 25 yards through the air. That gives the Tigers the lead back. They would convert the 2-pointer. Jump ahead to the third quarter. Ford with the big run. He breaks it for 50 to put the Tigers back into scoring position. Later in the drive, Ford bursts through the line. 29-yard touchdown run to extend the lead 20-6. But in the fourth quarter, Malvo is going to get the keeper. He's going to extend it and head out towards 1st and goal. Probably a good decision there when you got Ford in the backfield. He'll knock a man sideways and get into the end zone. 26-6 your score. The Chiefs would not lay down. They respond. Smith calls his own number, carries the ball into the red zone. First off, though, he's going to bring him down the field. Here's another end around coming. Jordan Carpenter. He'll take the toss sweep, finds the corner, and that cuts the Tigers' lead to 26-12. Chiefs would catch a break. The Tigers put the ball on the ground on the next possession. Natchitoches Central late in the ball game. Here's a run by Smith. Look at this nifty cut to the right, and he's inside the pylon for the touchdown. Big keeper for him. It's 26-18, one-possession game, but when you've got a Ford in the garage, you're going to take it out for a drive. He proved too much. The Tigers are going to come away with the win, 26-18. And both coaches with the handshake at the end. Opelousas entering district play. They get a win after losing 2 in a row. I think things are on the up and up for the defending state champs. And Natchitoches Central in district at Byrd.
Big win for Opelousas. Ford is so tough to take down. I mean, I don't think I could ever tackle him. Never. Give me a 1,000 tries at it, he's running me over every single time.
It's a business decision that we're not making.
Right. Let's head now to hear from Coach Zachary from last night over the big win.
What kind of player is Deshaun Ford?
Oh, man, he's everything you want in a player, man. Good character. He's going to find a way to win. He's going to dig deep. He's going to cheer his team on. He's going to, like you just did in the interview, gave O-line props, because without them, you can't run any of these holes. And, again, we put it on his back tonight. He had a bunch of carries tonight. I know over 30 carries tonight, and he held it on and wanted to go right back in the game when he came out. So, just hats off to that kid, man. He's a great kid, and he deserves everything that he gets.
And we got Livonia next day. Coming after that, we got senior night, Cecilia. So they're going to play us hard because we played them in the championship. So it's going to be another good game right there.
Awesome. You want to break news and tell us where you're going to college?
I'm undecided right now, man.
Let's go up I-49 now to Calvary Baptist. They're hosting Homer. The Pelicans looking to try to get their season on track. Calvary looking for district win number 61 in a row. They strike early in this one. Abram Ordell to Braylon Huglin. He almost got our sports reporter, Kylie, but instead he finds the end zone into the end zone. Homer now on looking to go downfield. Look at this one-handed interception by Titus Stringer. One-handed, goes down. Great field position here. Sets up this James Simon, the Texas commit, strolls into the end zone. Calvary all the way from start to finish. They dominate this one. As you'll see, another touchdown pass here right into the end zone. Final score from this one was 59-20. The Cavaliers put up a lot of points, and they'll take on Coach Joe Spadafora in Union Parish next week. Thanks to KTAL for that video.
We can head down to New Orleans, a little Catholic League action. Carr and Brother Martin, the Cougars undefeated, taking on Bromart in a Catholic League showdown. Tulane head coach John Summerall on the sidelines, getting a little recruiting peek at the guys on the field. He probably liked what he saw from Brother Martin's Easton Royal. Royal's going to catch this ball in the flat and turn it into a 48-yard touchdown. Left the entire Carr defense in the dust. But, of course, Edna Carr, They'll answer back. Big shot of their own. John Johnson fakes out the cameraman and the Crusader defense with that pump fake. He launches this 58-yard bomb to Teron Francis, the LSU wide receiver commit. We're tied at 7 apiece. Second quarter, and Carr's defense steps up here. Corey Adams drags Seth Dazit down for the sack. A few plays later, another sack for the Cougars, this one by Romeo Brown, that defensive line, very vaunted for Edna Carr. That'll lead to a punt to Teron Francis. That might not have been the best decision. He's going to take this to his right, reverses course, and picks up a huge gain before finally getting pushed out of bounds. Great return by the senior.
They call him man-child.
Very next play, Carr would keep the momentum rolling. Bryant Sanchez breaks loose, the running back, down the sideline for a 58-yard run. Carr takes the lead, and the Cougars will win big, 42-14. Bryce Brown's group improves to 5-0. They did lose a game after week 2, so they're a game behind most. Brother Martin next week at John Curtis, and Edna Carr taking on the Blue Jays of Jesuit.
Be interested to see if they can stay undefeated in Catholic League play. Stay with us. We have more great highlights coming for you after this break.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back to the LHSAA Network. Let's head to Central Louisiana for the Ash Trojans taking on the West Monroe Rebels. First quarter, it's going to be Christian Ponte who finds the end zone, barrels through a couple of defenders into the end zone for the touchdown. Rebels tie things up at 7 after the first quarter. Carson Sellers then in the second quarter finds a wide open Jimmy Duncan for 6. And it would be back and forth for most of the night. Look at camo night for the Ash Trojans. Student section showing out well. Rebels back with the ball. Kedrian McNeil punches through a hole, tying the score once again, and would end the half at 14-all. Second half now, Trojans looking to get it going. Look out, here comes Darius Washington. He's gonna weave his way through a couple of defenders, says see you to a couple guys, turns on the afterburners, and he is into great field position, gets thrown down out of bounds a little bit. And then we're gonna see the Trojans defense. Xavier White would punch the dagger. Ash seals the win. Thanks to Lamar Gafford for getting us that video to get the win for Ash. They win it 45-35. They improved to 6-0. The Trojans start District 2 5A with the way they wanted to start it. Got a big-time game next week against Pineville, crosstown rivals. West Monroe doesn't get any easier for them. Ouachita Parish is on deck for them, who we'll see later in the show. They had a great one tonight.
We've already seen Deshaun Ford, one of the best running backs in the state. Let's see Leesville's Xavier Ford. Leesville and the Wampus Cats invading Iowa. Xavier Ford scores a touchdown to start the ballgame off for Leesville, and they take the early lead 6-0, but Iowa is going to roll downhill after that. Number 21, Jeremiah Bushnell, is expected to get the carry. Iowa comes into this ballgame looking to get a win and improve in district play. Bushnell with the catch right up the middle, and he's got 4 guys chasing him into the end zone. Nice job by Iowa. They'll kick the extra point and take the lead over Leesville by a score of 7-6. So a great answer for them, the purple and gold. Now Jonathan Walker will take the carry, right side, through a pair of defenders. He's into the end zone, and they've got him more than doubled up now. They'll take the other extra point.
That kid in the background's me. He's jumping up and down. He's excited after watching that. I am too.
14-6 now, Iowa with the lead. They'll continue to spread it out on offense. You've seen Bushnell. You've seen Walker. How about Cohen Charles? Charles, number 3. Again, right side. Iowa is not able to get the seal. He's just inside the pylon. Touchdown for Iowa, and they've got it 21-6 at this point.
Tell you what, Iowa really impressed me tonight. Not only that, Leesville Xavier Ford would later get another touchdown. That puts him at number 1 all-time for Leesville touchdowns.
Very
he passes
impressive.
Cecil Collins, who obviously had a great college career. But what a win for Iowa. 62 points. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of points up on the board.
Washington Marion at home for them in their next game.
Let's stay in the Lake Charles area for Sam Houston and the Southside Sharks. Sam Houston looking to continue having a great season so far, the Broncos. But we're going to see Owen Bashirs, who kicks this field goal. It's up, and it is good for Southside. That makes it 32-21. Then it's Ramon Singleton. The Brews are back for the Sharks. He gets into the end zone, makes it 39-21. Southside with a huge commanding lead over the Broncos, looking to keep up a really great run they've been on since having a slower start to the season. But we're going to see Dakota Romero, who's going to take the handoff and work his way into the end zone. Jess Curtis and the Sharks continue to roll. 46-21 was the score at this point. The final score from this one was 46-21. Sam Houston will take on Karen Crow next. Southside will be at Sulphur. The Sharks improved to 4-1. And we will be right back on the other side of this break with some more great highlights, including some North Shore teams as well as downtown Vacherie. Stay with us.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
The LHSAA Network Game of the Week. Week 7, we will be at Iota as the Bulldogs host the Rams of Westlake. That's this coming Thursday, October 17th, with a 7 p.m. kickoff again on the network. Let's get right back into the highlights. Shaw on the road at St. James. We have the visiting Eagles taking on the Wildcats. They're ready to get rolling, starting things off. The Wildcats, of course, taking the field, and this team is ready to pick up the win. Unfortunately, the interception, an early pick by Alan Shaw, gives the Eagles an early advantage. That allows quarterback Mason Wilson. Wilson on the next carry is going to be able to punch it into the end zone himself. Nice little keeper around the right side.
There he is.
Headed for the pylon, and he is into the end zone. So an early lead for Shaw on the road. A kick that was almost shanked by Shaw makes it 7-0 nearing the end of the first quarter. Shaw's defense is going to come up strong here. Jaquan Carter gets himself a sack on 4th down. And then a huge pass to Jacob Washington sets the Eagles up 5-yard line.
Wow, that was good.
How did you hold on to that one? That is a first down. A fumble on the snap, though, on 4th down leads to St. James getting the ball back on offense. Huge defensive stand for Coach Levanta Davis's team. Big 40-yard run by Kanji King gets the Wildcats a crucial first down. This is going to help them gain great field position. And then the Wildcats, touchdown here from Jaquias Villanueva. He ties the game early in the second quarter. This is turning out to be a pretty good ball game, tied up 7 apiece. It wouldn't be long, though. Jasper Parker coming right into your living room, makes a huge play, 60 yards down the field for a touchdown. He gives the Eagles their lead back. Wildcats, though, had an answer. Jawan Jackson brings the score even, 14-all. That ends the first half, so they finish with a flourish. Shaw would quickly open up the second half. One more score. They take the lead and never look back. The Eagles win it 35-14.
Good one down there in downtown Vacherie. St. James obviously won't be too happy about that. They'll take on McDonough 35 next week. A good one. Shaw will be against Walker next week. That's going to be another good one as well. Got another score here for you. John Curtis and Holy Cross. It's the Patriots who get it done 13-0, a low-scoring slugfest. That's what I was talking about in these district games. You're going to have 77-76. You're going to have 13-0 just like that. So the Patriots get back on track, make their record 3-2. They'll take on Brother Martin next week. Holy Cross will take on Warren Easton. So let's head now back up the North Shore to Covington taking on Mandeville. Our friend Garland Gillen, he might not be on the avenue, but he did give us a pretty good report from this game.
It's a battle of the unbeatens on the North Shore tonight. It's the Covington Lions visiting the Mandeville Skippers. The home team draws first blood in this one. Ben Hendricks on the QB keeper. Nothing but real estate. 41-yard touchdown. 7-0. Lions would answer. Caden Heck with his own QB keeper. 10-yard touchdown. It is 7 apiece. The track meet is on here in Mandeville. Nate Shepard around the end. Oh, yeah, he's gone. 53-yard touchdown. 14-7. Skippers back on the attack. It appeared that Isaiah Bayhem was about to be swallowed up by the Lions D. Nope. He breaks away for a 4-yard touchdown run. 21-7. Lions down 2 touchdowns, but not for long. It's Heck again. 36-yard touchdown run. Cuts it to 21-14. 4th and 1. Covington going for it. They get a yard and more. Jeremy Elzey, 43-yard touchdown run. We're tied at 21 at the break. Second half now, the Duke commit Nate the Great Shepherd shows why he's one of the best running backs in America. 60-yard touchdown run. Skippers 28-21. Defense would lead to offense. A Mandeville interception leads to a score. Hendricks keeps the rock, just gets in there for a 14-yard touchdown, 35-21. Under 9 minutes to go in the game, Lions aren't done just yet. Bobby Barkley with the pick six. Oh yeah, he takes it in there. It's 35-27 after a missed extra point. Under 5 to go, Heck over the middle, connects with a wide open Jawan Brock. He goes 52 yards for the score. But they need that 2-point conversion. Heck, he's rolling, looking. It's in the end zone, but it's dropped. Lions fall 35-33.
We need to work on our execution. Unhappy with the penalties. I think we had 2 touchdowns called back. Look, credit to them. They do a good job. The quarterback keeps things alive. They got 2 really good receivers. They put pressure on us, but we needed a game like that. That's what we needed. That's playoff atmosphere. We needed it moving forward.
The Mandeville Skippers improved to 6-0 on the season. In Mandeville, Garland Gillen, Fox 8, Local First.
A barn burner on the North Shore. Mandeville holds on to beat the Covington Lions, improves to 6-0. Covington down to 5-1. Nate Shepard impressive as always for the Skippers. He just makes running look so easy. Next week, it doesn't get any easier for Mandeville. They'll take on Hammond and Dorsell Buckles, who's having a good season as well. Stay with us. We're going to be right back after this break. We'll take you up north for Ruston, Ouachita. We'll bring you back down south for a couple of Baton Rouge games. Don't go anywhere.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. Spencer Verrett and Garrett Walverd with you. Ruston back from its stay in Texas, taking on Ouachita Parish. The Lions have been making some noise recently, but the Bearcats have always been making noise all season. One of the top teams in the state, and they're going to strike first. Josh Brantley finds Ahmad Hudson, and he is gone. The very, very tall, I think 6'6" maybe, finds his way into the end zone. Ruston takes an early lead, 8-0. But the Lions on offense aren't going to be able to get anything going here. The Ruston defense comes up with a sack. Montrell Connor goes down. But here come the Lions on offense again. Connor finds MJ Dade on the screen pass. He's going to go to the left. Now he's going to the right. Oh no, where is the Ruston defense? They're nowhere to be found. There goes Dade, and he is into the end zone for a long touchdown. Tie game at 8. Lions looking like they're here to play. But here comes Brantley back on offense. He'll take the keeper on 4th down, cruise his way into the end zone for a touchdown, puts the Bearcats back up. Lions need a big play to make a comeback here. Guess who's going to provide it? O.D. Fremont. Brantley's going to drop back to pass, rolls out to his right. He's going to throw, and Fremont comes up with the interception, and he's going to take it down the sideline. Good territory there. And that is going to give Connor great field position. He'll take the keeper, keep it himself. He lost the ball, but he was already across the plane. It is now 22-15. Lions were not backing down in this one. 30 seconds left in the game. Could they find the answer? Here comes, they're going to find Wydell Clark, and he's wide open. Look at the stands, how they're shaking, the stream's shaking into the end zone for the touchdown. Lions down 1. Can they pull off this upset and send this game to overtime?
Ready for the snap.
Extra point try, just underneath the crossbar. No good. One of the more heartbreaking wins I've seen. Ruston hangs on to win in their return to Louisiana. 22-21. They stay perfect on the season. 6-0. Ouachita falls to 3-2. Ruston will take on, who's that? Neville next week. I'm excited for that one. I want to see highlights of that game right now. Ouachita will take on West Monroe. Thanks to KNOE for the video as well as the stream as well.
Great to see Ruston playing Louisiana competition again. They're done beating up on all those Texas teams.
Hey, it's good to see Louisiana teams taking it nationwide.
All right, let's head back to the Baton Rouge area as Southern Lab is hosting Madison Prep. The Chargers looking to get back to 500 with a win. Coach Landry Williams has won 2 in a row taking on Southern Lab tonight. Quarterback Tylen Johnson hands off to Alfred McKnight. He's going to beat the defender to the corner, and he's in the end zone. Madison Prep with an early 12-6 lead at historic Mumford Stadium. Johnson and the Chargers going to go for 2, but the Lab defensive line stands him up.
He's pumped up after that one. Look at
nice goal line stand. Coach Darrell Asbury and Southern looking to answer that score. The Kittens are looking sharp in the Southern Lab elite uniforms. Dress for success, young men. Quarterback Jerry Botley IV with a keeper over the right side on 3rd down. That'll move the chains. And then later in the drive, 4th down, Southern Lab's going to go for it. Here's Botley. The pitch to Armarian Asbury, and the senior is full speed ahead for the touchdowns. Kittens answer with a long drive down the field. Impressive to see there. There's a little over 3 minutes left in the first half. We're tied at 12. Lab's going to go for 2, and the Chargers give it to Asbury, and he will be stopped on the attempt. Number 32, Carl Washington for Madison Prep. He needs a helmet sticker. Great play for him. Nearing the end of the first half now. Again, Tylen Johnson at quarterback. He's got nowhere to run. Big tackle for loss here. Southern Lab had him bottled up for the sack. And then Lab, on their very next possession, Botley again is going to be flushed out of the pocket, and watch this. He's going to take a hit, but gets it away and connects with senior wideout Keenan Butler. That will move the chains.
What a throw.
But they don't end up scoring. Prep's going to get it back. Johnson hits Landon Johnson. He'll make something out of nothing. Races across the field. This will eventually run out the clock on the second quarter. And going on to get the win on the road is Madison Prep, who improved to 500. They're up 36-26, and that's your final over the Kittens, who had lost 2 in a row.
Uncharacteristic for the Kittens to lose 2 in a row, but they're playing up in competition. Madison Prep's obviously 3A. They lost to Denham Springs last week, which is 5A. It makes a difference, especially when 1A against 5A and 3A. It certainly does make a difference.
Let's go back a day and see some Thursday night lights. Newman and MLK doing battle over at Pan Am Stadium in New Orleans. Beautiful night for football, and the Greenies will strike first. Second play from scrimmage. See ya. Jake Randall drops the clutch. This guy is into the end zone quickly, 7-0 Newman. First drive for MLK. This is over before it started. James Reese with the gift-wrapped INT, and the Greenies are in business once again. Nice little bit of color there from the high school game. The Jaguars trying to stand on business. Christian Doyle forces the fumble, recovering the fumble, and he's going to run a long way. He will get tacked from behind. They hawk him down at about the 1-yard line. 4 plays later, the Jags are going to be stuffed on 4th and goal. Huge momentum shift, and Newman keeps them out of the end zone. They're backed up on their own side of the field, but not for long. J.B. Lawrence.
What a throw.
That's actually Eli Friend up for George Loop, and he'll take that one. Randall making up for the fumble. He caps off a 99-yard drive into the end zone. Look at Newman. They're leading 14-0. Second quarter action now. First play after a fumble recovery. And the underneath to wide receiver, Lawrence to Loop. He's running loops around the defense. Hey, a 78-yard house call. They never touched him, Spencer. 21-0 and counting. Newman in cruise control. They'll get the shutout and win this one 44-0. Don't look now, the Greenies are 4-0 down in NOLA.
Team that's kind of gone under the radar this year. Maybe it's who they played so far. I don't know, but they're 4-0, and the only thing that matters to them is how many wins they have against losses. And as long as they can keep that loss at a 0, they'll be pretty all right with that. Thanks to WVUE for the video. Let's stay back in time a little bit. We'll go down to Livingston Parish now. Live Oak taking on Denham Springs in the Battle of Highway 16. They just got a trophy for this last year. It's been a game that's been going on for years. Jerry Horn's going to start off on the Yellow Jackets' first drive. They can't bring him down. He's going to carry about 5 defenders into the end zone who they rip his helmet off as well. Touchdown Jackets. It's a 6-0 lead after the extra point was no good. Horn now is going to be absolutely sacked in the backfield by Lane Billings. Live Oak defense showing some life. Here's Horn again. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to be thrown up. And guess who finds it? It's going to be Brody Welch who comes up with the INT, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Pick 6, extra point is good. Live Oak leads 7-6. Student section feeling like royalty, trying to be the kings and queens of Highway 16.
Nice.
Later in the second quarter, Eagles kicker Breck Schultz knocks down this field goal to make it a 10-6 ball game at the half. Trying to get something going on offense in the second half. It's going to be, or first off, look at the Yellow Jacket. He's sitting on the stands. He's trying to get the fans pumped up. No one's giving him the love though.
Come on now.
Here comes Kingston Johnson. He's going to roll out. He's going to find Brendan Impson. Impson's going to go hide behind the referee for a little bit, but then he's going to do a full flip. And then he's just going to point downfield. I did get the first down there. That's what I'm talking about. They get it. They don't get in the end zone, but Mr. Schultz, he'll add 3 points to the score with ease. 13-6 in the fourth quarter. Randall Leggett looking for his first win in district as head coach of the Live Oak Eagles. Here comes Johnson again. He's going to find Cash Davis looking to put this one on ice. Is it a touchdown? It is a touchdown. 21-6 after the 2-point conversion was good. Eagles lead. Final score from this one was 21-6. Live Oak takes down Denham Springs for the second year in a row. Coach Randall Leggett picks up the first district win for the Eagles of the season. Good little showing there from Live Oak. Denham Springs, after a big win over Southern Lab last week, falls to 4-2. Let's hear from first-year head coach now, Randall Leggett, after the big win over the Jackets.
And it means a lot to our kids and our community. A lot of times, our kids get doubted week in and week out. And these are one of the hardest working young men I've been around. They trust the process, and they trust the process tonight, and it wound up in their favor. I mean, it's a testament to our defense. Our defense has been there all year. We just finally took some opportunities on the offensive side of the ball tonight and put us in field position to get points. We did our thing on special teams, and, the pick 6 helped. So, again, it's all about finding solutions and finding a way to win, and our guys did that tonight.
Buying online is easy, but not when it comes to buying medications. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl. Kids are dying from these fake pills. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is smaller than a pencil point. Worse yet, medical professionals can't tell the difference between real pills and their counterfeits. Don't take anything that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
All right, we're back on Friday night in the boot, and the Terrebonne Tigers looking to take one on the road against St. Charles Catholic, who's 0-4 coming into tonight's game. First drive, Alvin Celestin getting the handoff on the misdirection, and he quickly hits the edge, picks up for 15 for the first down. Pretty impressive showing there. Next play, we'll see 3rd and goal. Quincy Adams bounces off of the pile, and he's into the end zone. 7-0 Terrebonne on the road at St. Charles Catholic. Comets would strike back, though. Ensuing kickoff, and Dax Prejean takes this ball at the 10-yard line. He's got eyes for 6. He gets a couple of blocks. He's across the 50. He's going to keep motoring, but steps out at the 31-yard line. And the officials make the call correctly there. 59 yards on the return. That sets the Comets up and they will capitalize. Skylar Edwards gets the call. He punches it in from 2 yards out, 7-7 to tie our ball game up. Tigers back on offense. Terrebonne, third down. Owen Oliver drops back. He's looking, scrambles, finds his target. He will throw and gets picked off by Rashawn Hilaire. He'll take it to the promised land. Look at this. 13-7 Comets after the half. They will miss the PAT. That's a huge mistake there, and it makes them pay. Third quarter action, Comets picking up where they left off. Edwards again punches it in. His second touchdown, now 19-7, and again, a blocked PAT afterwards. They'll have to clean that up. Tigers not going to go away. Fourth quarter, Adams got the call. He walks in for his second touchdown, but the Comets have enough to get it done at home. They win 25-19 and pick up their first win of the season.
Next week, they'll be taking on a school from Texas called the Legacy School. I'm sure St. Charles Catholic would like to have that legacy of being in a state championship game every year, come back here, but it's going to be rough with a 1-4 start. Let's take you out to Monroe, or just south of it, for the Mangum Dragons. Always a special scene on Friday night in Mangum. As you see the Dragons running out, they're taking on Faraday. Faraday has not fallen yet this season. Looking for a little purple rain from the Dragons, though, and it's going to be the freshman quarterback, Colby Casey. He bullies his way for a couple of first down runs, and then it's going to be the screen pass to Jay Miles, and Miles takes it in 7-0, dancing his way into the end zone. Mangum leads. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Homecoming court's loving it. Here comes Faraday. They go for it again on fourth down and 50-50 ball. Interception by Sean Darius Logan. Would have better field position letting it go, but the junior stud can't turn down the INT. She's loving it right there. I'm loving it too. Here comes the Trojan defense now. They're going to wrap him up in the backfield and take him down. And the Mangum defense the Mangum offense is going to get back on it. Rayon Bell in the reverse handoff. The freshman is gone to the house. 45-yard touchdown run. 14-0 Mangum. I noticed something there. Freshman quarterback. Freshman guy who just took the handoff there. Young team out there for the Dragons, but they look real impressive here. 4th and 1 for the Faraday Trojans, but they can't get anything going on offense. He's running to his right, and there's the Dragons defense. They're going to team up on him, and they're going to need about 6 dudes to take him down, but they do get it done. Final from this one, big win for the Dragons. Faraday takes their first loss of the season. 35-6 is the final score. Mangum will take on Oak Grove next. That's always a big game up there. And I'm sure Coach Ryan Gregory's been watching this film on this Mangum Dragons team. He's got to be thinking it's going to be a tough one this year. Faraday will take on Madison next. But a big win for Mangum. They're 5-1. Faraday falls to 5-1.
Let's motivate over to Marksville. They will host the Gina Giants, and we've got some pregame fireworks at Marksville. The Tigers with the ball. The Giants offense bringing the early spark. Just the third play for Gina's offense, and Daniel Hatcher going over 50 yards on the big carry. This looks awfully like Cedric Wilson's run for the Giants 2 weeks ago. That one goes for a touchdown, 8-0 Giants early. Marksville and Josh Harper looking for answers. Eldrick Murray, a long fourth down completion. Devin Lavallee to the senior sets the Tigers into the red zone. And after a Gina penalty, we'll see Murray on the Wildcat. He'll take it in for the score. And it's now 8-7. Again, Gina on top, just up by 1. Same score. Next Marksville drive, it's fourth down again. Lavallee calls his own number, takes the option for the touchdown. Marksville leads. Now a chance to extend that lead. The Giant defense just stood strong. Big number 99, Colton Sharp, we saw him earlier. Giants take that momentum into the second half and win 36-13. You got to expect a Lavallee in Marksville. Has to be related to Chad Lavallee, the former SEC Defensive Player of the Year back for the 03 championship team. Marksville falls to 3-3, while Gina 4-2. Next game is at Vidalia.
Good win for Gina. Bounce back win after 2 straight losses. A little bit uncommon, but let's head now back up to Shreveport. Minden, undefeated Crimson Tide taking on North DeSoto. Can the Crimson Tide keep it going against the Griffins, one of the top teams in Division II non-select? Luke De La Field starts off. He's going to throw to the right. He finds Chaz Martinez. Martinez finds some space, and he moves the chains. He's going to be taken out of bounds there, but here comes De La Field again, wasting no time. He finds a wide open Miller Warren, who walks his way into the end zone. It's 6 points there. North DeSoto strikes first. Griffin's back with the ball. They're going to hand the ball off. It's going to be Kenny Thomas, who gets the first down. And on the very next play, it's going to be De La Field. He's going to find Jared Jackson, who's then going to pass it himself. And he will find Warren for another touchdown for Warren Jackson, showing off the passing skills there. And then here comes De La Field. He's going to call his own number, takes a hit, gets them inside the 5. And then De La Field to Eli Procell in the end zone for the touchdown. Griffin's offense just proved to be too much for the Crimson Tide. Final score 42-0. Minden takes their first loss of the season. Really impressive win for North DeSoto. They'll take on Southwood next. Southwood with one of the longest losing streaks in the state. It'd be quite a story if they could break that against the Griffins. We'll be right back with you for one more segment. Don't go anywhere.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. Let's take a look at another undefeated team, the North Iberville Bears, in their first year at varsity football, looking to stay undefeated against the St. John Eagles. It's going to be North Iberville on offense first. They're going to find the screen pass there, and the St. John Eagles answer it. But here comes the Eagles. Caden Canella is going to get to the goal line. Or sorry, that's Ahmad Wilson who punches it in for an early Eagles lead. 2-point play is good. We're going to see that 2-point play now. Nice play into the end zone. Eagles lead early. But here comes the Bears, looking to answer back fast. It's going to be their quarterback, Justice Roy. He's going to drop back to pass, and he's looking deep for his man, and that's Jalen Mims, who goes up and grabs it. Says see you to the defender, tries to point his way, but they're inside the red zone. And here comes a screen pass now to BJ Melanson. There you go. And he shushes the crowd. They're up. They tie things up here with this 2-point try. North Iberville looking to stay undefeated. One of the surprise stories maybe this season that we've seen. They've been asking for coverage on social media. We're giving it to them. 8-8 ball game. But here comes the St. John Eagles. He's going to throw this one up. It's going to be tipped and intercepted. That one is Nathan Burley, and he catches the INT, and North Iberville is in business. Justice Roy back on offense. The Bears not wasting this one. Check out this bomb to BJ Melanson. Bears in front 14-8. Bears defense comes up huge again. It's going to be Dekai Butler who rips the ball out of number 8's hands. Watch this. See ya. Give me that ball right there. Boom. It's out, and it's their ball. Here comes another deep pass from Roy. It seems like this is what they love to do. Melanson is going to catch it and walk his way into the end zone. Final score from this one, North Iberville stays undefeated on the season, takes down St. John by a score of 32-28.
Now we take a look at the 5-0 DeQuincy Tigers of 2A versus the Erath Bobcats. The Bobcats have won 4 of 5 to start the year. They only lost to Vermilion Catholic by 1 score. How about Wyatt Laverne gets DeQuincy on the board first, big number 25, into the end zone. So they score first, and then DeQuincy's going to tack on another one. Number 2, Lindsey Joyce. Should make an interception for DeQuincy. Nice start to the ball game for the Tigers. Joyce has eyes on the quarterback for Erath. Steps in front of this one, and he's got the INT.
Gonna run it all the way back.
Runs this one back for quite a ways, but he'll be brought down before the score. Currently 14 all. Number 16, Jack Landry. Quarterback for Erath, trying to get the Bobcats on the board. Offers one up to number 15, Cameron Suarez. Suarez will make the first down, and this ends up being a game that goes the way of the Erath Bobcats. They hang the first loss of the season on DeQuincy, and it's 30-28. Erath improves to 5-1. DeQuincy falls to 5-1. For Spencer Verrett, I'm Garrett Walford. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Friday Night in the Boot.